Yeah, gotta put on some Axe so I don't smell bad after I kick his ass. Oh, sneak! Anyway, wide lens hypnosis misses, so that's fantastic. And I know he's scarfed because he beat me, so I could switch to Metagross or I could switch to this guy, but I switched to him just because I want to keep Metagross. And he sends out Jirachi, which isn't good for me because I don't know what I'm going to do about it. So I'm curious to see what it wants to do. I figured it would pack Psychic or Zen Headbutt because I'm a Poison team. So that's what the Pain Split was about. And I got a burn on it, which is kind of cool. And I see that it's got Stealth Rock, and now I see it's got U-Turn. So that's good. I'm kind of learning what it wants to do. I T-Bolt, and in comes Kingdra, and okay, that's that. I go to Venusaur expecting the Rain Dance, and I figured maybe I can get this guy asleep and get some Leech Seed up and start over. But he goes back to that predicting the sleep, or at least I think he predicts the sleep, so that's that. And I figured, well, I'll get some Leech Seed on this thing, which is cool, so now it's burned and seeded, so it's going to be losing quite a bit, which is nice. And it wishes and it protects, so now I know it's full set, and I'm thinking, well, I can't really kill it, but it can't do squat to me, so if I need to sit here for an hour and stall it out, I can, which is cool, especially because it's burned, so that's cool, I can do that. So I'm not afraid of it. Anyway, guess what missed again, which is fantastic, and I go to this guy as fodder. I'm actually surprised he lived the Stealth Rock. I should have done the math, so I could have used him later, but I didn't, but I guess it was still a good use of him anyway. So, he's got a Spexments, which considering I know he's got a lot of physical pokes, at this point I'm going to believe that, because I know his Scarf Chomp is named Scarf Chomp, and it actually is a Scarf Chomp, so I'm going to believe it at this point. But he goes to Jirachi, and whether he predicted an explosion or not, it did, so that's good on his part, I guess. And I go to Tentacruel, and this Tentacruel is like win, and I can't believe it didn't KO, so that really pisses me off. And in comes this thing, I don't want to stay in, and it dances up, which is really, really bad news. I really should have Ice Punched. I don't know why I left. I guess to dodge the EQ, but I really should have left. I guess I probably thought I would have died, but he subs up on the Will-O-Wisp, which is really not good. At this point I thought I was done for, and I was really pissed, because that was just not good. So, I was wondering if Haze went through a sub, and I asked the chat room real quick, and they said likely, so I was like, okay, that's cool. If that's the case, I'm going to get one hit on this sub, and then, figuring he'll get a third dance, I'll be able to Haze on that, and he'll cry, which will be cool, because it worked, and now I get rid of his sub. So now I'm thinking I need to 2-hit KO this thing. I need to bring in something to kill his sub, and then Tentacruel is going to come in and surprise him with an Ice Beam, because it's Scarfed, which is epic. Because it is epic like that. So he declaws, and I'm thinking, well, he's got no dances, so I might be okay, but he Earthquakes and he gets a crit, so it's like, oh, are you kidding me? So I bring in the Tentacruel, and I Ice Beam anyway, and now my vid's lagging, so I don't see what the hell's going on, so I might need to pause it and start over. Which is exactly what I just did. So in comes Scarf Chomp, and then my Scarf Tentacruel worked precisely as planned. I Ice Beamed it. So he brings in this thing, and I'm afraid it's got a Yacht Berry because he brought it in, but it lives with 12 hit points. My vid is still lagging, which is dumb, and he Earthquakes me and I'm finished off, so I'm really pissed about that. I bring in this guy, praying he doesn't have Flamethrower, and he doesn't, so I live and I'm able to T-Bolt him, and my vid is still lagging. God, times 6 is hard enough. Anyway, in comes that thing, and I'm really glad he switched, because I was able to get this guy out there when I needed him to, so now I can actually deal with the Kingdra, when before I wouldn't have been able to. So, he Dragon Pulses and I live it, but Sleep Powder misses. And he Dragon Pulses again, and Sleep Powder misses. So now I am 5 for 5 on missing Sleep. Are you kidding me? 5 for 5, and one of them is wide lensed. So now he uses Rain Dance, and I think that was just his pity. He's trying to be nice to me. So I get a Leech Seed up after it goes asleep, and I get a little bit of HP, which is nice. But he gets a really early Wake Up, so that doesn't even help me. Because now, because of that, if it was one more turn, I might have been fine. But it wasn't. So, I don't know. Whatever. So be it. Nothing I can do. So he Draco Meteors me and finishes me off. And he was like, okay, I admit that was really gay. We should have a rematch, because that was gay. You missed 5 of 5, and I got a crit. So that was just gay. So we decided to rematch, because it's a tournament like that. And I got really pissed at him. And I feel bad about that, but whatever. So, here's the rematch coming up immediately afterward. Anyway, starts off the same, and I figure I'm gonna go for it anyway. And he misses. Oh, I didn't even notice that last time. during the match, which is cool. He missed. Yay. And I hit him. Yay. So I U-turn out, and I'm thinking, I don't know what to do, because now he knows all my secrets, though I know his secrets as well. And I figured, now I know his Jirachi can't do anything, so if I really need to sit here and ice punch it all day till it freezes, I will do that. Which is what I do. I get a rock polish up just to make sure I'm faster than everything, which is cool. And he U-turns out, and I'm surprised he did, because his only chance against this Metagross is that Jirachi, and the point is like stalling it out. So that's all I'm doing, just hoping I can get a freeze, and then I'll switch myself to something else to make it more fun. Because I knew I was going to put both of these in the same vid, and if I had to do times 50, I would have. So I get hit with the perfect amount, and I'm predicting the switch back to Jirachi, which he does, so I use then Headbutt. And now I'm predicting the Protect, but I want to explode. So I didn't want to do it then. And that was really bad. I should have just blown up on the Kingdra. So now I lose my freaking +1, +2 Metagross, which is bad. Bring in this guy so I can seed it up. And I'm thinking now I'm really afraid of that Mence, because there's very little I can do about it if it does get a sub. There's very little. I have to sacrifice something in order to finish it off. So I want to use a Leech Seed just in case it comes in, but I figured he's not going to switch. That's not how he plays. So I went with the Sludge Bomb to try and get that Kingdra out quicker, and now I go to this guy to take the physical hit. When I really, really wanted to, because every turn I was like, this would be perfect to switch to Mence. This would be perfect to switch to Mence, and he never did, thankfully. So my Will-O-Wisp misses, which is fantastic, but at least I'll get to finish it off, and I know it can't switch, so that's cool. If he brings in Mence now, no, not that. Never mind. That's a bad time to bring it in. He brings in that, which is good. He should have went to Mence then, and he didn't. Actually, no, that would have been bad too. I don't remember. Whatever. I get a crit, and it's actually a useful crit, which is amazing. I couldn't believe it. But now he goes to Mence, and I explode. And thankfully he didn't use Sub, because if he used Sub, I was probably done. Because I have nothing faster than it now. So, probably would have been done. And then he switched, which was great, because he kind of had to, I guess. And I get an Ice Beam on that thing. And I don't want to, I know it's not going to KO, and I want to make sure that thing stays alive. So I go to this, get some more Life Orb stall. That was really the only purpose, was more Life Orb stall. Then I beam that, and I can just Ice Beam his next two guys, so I finish it off. Anyway, and the result, he was like, yeah, it was major hacks the first time, and then you did win the rematch, so he's just giving me the boost in the tourney. So that was sweet. Thanks a lot, dude. And check out for the next ones. Peace.